Welcome to Rural Mental Health Week, because at Rural Mutual Insurance, it's about more than just policies. It's about protecting what matters most. Today, we're visiting with Josh and Liz Steiner, who, as first-generation dairy farmers in Monroe, have dealt with their fair share of business obstacles. But when a tragedy left a hole in the family, it took a great deal of strength to get to a better place. Since then, Josh and Liz have become advocates for rural mental health.
I mean, obviously, we all know agriculture is tough in itself right now, mentally. If you see somebody down, what I've learned in the past few years in my own experience is if you sit there and wait for somebody, or you can put all the calls out there you want, saying that you're having a tough time, but you really need to reach out to people and have it aware that people reach out to you. That's important.
Josh, you even have a TikTok page devoted to that message. What are you posting?
You know, kind of like short little statements or, like positive themed statements to try and encourage people. And I've gotten some feedback from people saying, well, we're glad we saw that today. We were having a rough day.
Where did the idea to build a network originate from?
About 21 years ago, we lost a child, and I always thought I had to be the strong one in the family to kind of hold on and keep everybody mended. From that experience, I've learned that you should talk to people about problems and open up, because it kind of eats at you and eats at you and eats at you. And if you can open up to people or get people to open up to you, life is a whole lot less stressful.
Josh, thank you for sharing that with us today. Is that the story that was highlighted on the national stage? I heard that you had something featured in Washington, D.C.
We were actually kind of a small segment in that, but talking about the documentary that's going to be featured in D.C., my take into that was more of what I do to help, and I encourage people I call it de-stressitizing, but you've got to get away from the problem for a while, whether it's a mini vacation or just a daycation with the family or some buddies, or go out some night to eat with your spouse or your friends, or you got to get away to not think about everything at home, I think is the number one thing. And I kind of stress that.
And Josh and Liz, I mean, you guys are dairy farmers, so you have the best excuse out of anyone that you just simply don't have time to do a mini vacation, or in some cases even make dinner plans. What's your favorite way to de-stress, and how do you guys make it work?
Well, belonging to the TikTok family has really helped. Farm Talk is what they actually call it, and we actually were able to get away for a weekend. Thank God we just have good people we can rely on to help us with the farm while we're away.
I never ever thought an app from China we'd ever build a group of people that care so much about. We've made so many friends, and like I said, or Liz said, that we get together every year at a guy's farm in Indiana, and we all just talk and say prayers, say what's on our mind, talk about farming. We just kick back, have some adult beverage, and there's always a bunch of food there. And we all kind of, if it works out, it's a little harder for some of us animal farmers, but try to meet up at the National Farm Show in Louisville, Kentucky, too, to kind of kick back and have a little fun time. So those two things, like I say, if you can get to them, it's really fun, because you can just open up and be yourself. I mean, everybody's really nice and willing to listen and talk.
From what you said earlier, you have to reach out and find that community. They're not just going to come to you, but you've got to make the effort.
Yes, exactly. You have to put in the time and the effort to find people that you can relate to and understand what you're going through.
Liz and Josh Steiner along with us. They are a first-generation dairy, beef, and crop farm in southern Wisconsin, and they hosted this year's Greene County Dairy Breakfast. As you heard, they have firsthand experience in getting through a difficult time. That's why they continue to advocate for rural mental health. At Rural Mutual Insurance, we're more than policies. We're your Wisconsin neighbors, here to protect what matters most. Together, we're keeping families, farms, and communities strong. You can learn more at ruralmutual.com.